All right, everyone, welcome back. I've got all the parts in to completely rebuild the rudder. Multiple commenters have said that I probably should just go ahead and rebuild it. It's probably the right thing to do. So we ordered this stuff from Sonics. It came in just a week. That was awesome. I like what I'm seeing so far. We've got the rudder skin. This is also used in the Xenos motor glider as a ruddervator, so it's a little long. We'll have to cut that down to the appropriate length, which is in our plans. We've got the 3 ribs. We've got a new hinge. We've got a new control horn, which comes pre-punched for all of the rivets and control rod hinge. Everything's ready to go and it's pretty dummy proof. We've got the correct rivets as the plans called for. We got those from Aircraft Spruce, so everything is ready to go. We just need to go ahead and get started. First thing is going to be cutting this rudder down to 960.212 millimeters. Well, any excuse to use a plasma cutter, man. I love that thing. So we've got our cuts made. It's pretty accurate according to the original plans. The old rudder in comparison is about 3 millimeters shorter, which is probably not a significant difference. Depending on its position up or down relative to the actual fuselage, though, there may be a significant difference, and we talked about that before. So I'm going to move on to the next step. All right, so you can see all those holes were pretty straightforward and easy to drill. We're going to save the pivot holes for a little later on. So the next thing we're going to do is get the holes drilled in the lower rib. Just provisionally, I've put some drywall anchors through those 2 main holes to keep everything lined up while we drill the first couple of holes. We'll get some clecos in there and get everything drilled out. So I've installed the middle rib. This was the hardest one because you had to center it on these lines. The end ribs go in pretty easy. You just want to make sure you line them up nice and even. And then we'll just kind of go ahead and drill all the way through with the drill press and cleco and rivet those in as well. So we've got the end rib and the middle rib in. The next thing we're going to do is put on the bottom rib and the control horn. Now, I chose not to beef this up. There was a lot of comments about different ways that we might consider beefing this up. The reason I didn't is because if the design is correctly designed, then the failure is the symptom of the induced forces by the changes to the design. So in theory, this should function correctly. Now, I'm going to trust but verify. I'm going to make that part of my maintenance schedule. I'm going to look at this thing regularly. But I'm going to try and fix the changes that were made, put it back to spec, and hope that it works the way it's intended, since this is a rare failure. Sonics has really never seen this failure in any of their planes reported before. That being said, if you do choose to beef things up, you have to be aware of what the next thing in the chain is that's going to fail. So had this been more robustly built, maybe the rudder would have just ripped right off the hinges. We don't know. So I'm going to go ahead with the blueprints on this thing and do it exactly the way it was designed to be. And that's pretty much it for the rudder. We still have to hang it, and putting it on the hinge and on the airplane will require going down to the airport. Unfortunately, I just don't have the time to do it today, so hopefully I'll get that done throughout the week and have another video for you by next weekend. So all in all, that went together very easily, and I'm pleased with it. Guys, if you like watching this sort of thing, go ahead and hit subscribe and leave me a comment. I'm thinking about actually building an airplane after we've gone through all this. You know, I think when all is said and done, I don't know that I'm going to be able to buy a used airplane again. I think I'm probably going to have to build the next one. So if y'all are interested in watching an airplane build, go ahead and let me know about it.